The development of the Takaful industry in Malaysia in the early 1980s was inspired by the prevailing needs of the Muslim public for a Sharia-compliant alternative to conventional insurance, as well as to complement the operation of the Islamic Bank that was established in 1983. It was to a large extent triggered by the decree issued by the Malaysian National Fatwa Committee, which ruled that life insurance in its present form is a void contract due to the presence of the element of gharar, riba, and Msig. A special task force was established by the government in 1982 to study the viability of the setting up of an Islamic insurance company. Following the recommendation of the task force, the Takaful Act was enacted in 1984 and the first Takaful operator was incorporated in Malaysia in November 1984. Regulatory framework for Takaful in Malaysia, Takaful Act 1984, has been introduced as a package toward development of Islamic finance in Malaysia. During the year, this act is presently the world's only specifically legislated the structure on governing the operating of Takaful Fund. There are 4 phases, which is firstly, Phase 1, 1984 until 1992. This Takaful Act 1984, which is still in use, is enacted to govern the conduct of Takaful business and requires the registration of Takaful operator. It also provides for the establishment of Sharia committees to ensure that the business operation of a Takaful operator are in compliance with Sharia principles at all times. Next, Phase 2, 1993 until 2000. This period also saw greater cooperation among Takaful operators in the region, including the formation of the Asian Takaful Group in 1995 and the establishment of Asian Takaful International Ltd. Other than that, Phase 3, 2001 until 2010, began with the introduction of the Financial Sector Master Plan (FSMP) in 2001, which, among other objectives, is to enhance the capacity of the Takaful operators and strengthen the legal, Sharia, and regulatory framework. The section of the FSMP which relates to Islamic banking and Takaful is a roadmap towards realizing the aspiration of Malaysia becoming an international center of Islamic finance. This period has so far witnessed an increased pace of development and competition with the licensing of 3 new operators. And the last one, Phase 4, 2011 until 2020. The Financial Sector Blueprint is a strategic plan that connects the future course of Malaysia's financial system as it transforms to a high value-added, high-income economy, risk-based capital (RBC) implementation in Takaful as an approach to more restrictive capital requirement. The regulator of Takaful in Malaysia is Bank Negara Malaysia. Takaful business is regulated under a specific act, that is Takaful Act 1984, to ensure that the business is run prudently without compromising the interest of the participant and the industry. Next, I will pass the presentation to Lisa.
Next, for the company of Leong and Msig Takaful Berhad is a licensed Takaful provider and important component of the Islamic financial services offered by Leong Financial Group. First, HLMIT strive for greatness by providing the greatest family Takaful solutions that are innovative, competitive, and adaptable to our clients' changing demands. Next, HMLT also connected to Malaysia through a set of strong values as a preferred Takaful provider. Furthermore, HLMT also committed to facilitating Malaysians in achieving a brighter and more financially secure future through our loyal partners and multi-distribution platforms. Next, for the Leong Msig Takaful Berhad HMT, the business model that have been used is Wakala model. There are participant and Takaful operator in this business model. These are the flowchart of Wakala that you can see besides me. For the general Takaful, it starts with participant want to contribute into Takaful, then the amount went into Takaful funds plus investment return. They can use the Takaful funds to pay their employee salary, rent an office, systems, and other more. They cannot, in such way, to take the money out of Takaful fund to run their business. It is prohibited as Takaful fund is belong to the participant. The Takaful fund and savings funds later will be invested to many Sharia compliance businesses. If there is only profit of the investment, then the profit will be split among the Takaful operator and participants. Usually the profit split is 50-50, but in this case, the wakil got the wakala fee from their services. The profit gained in risk fund will be credited back to risk fund, and this apply the same in the savings fund. Besides, for the family Takaful, the wakala model distinguish between Takaful fund and the Takaful operator, which is wakil. The late charge a fee deduct from contributions made by participants and investment profits. This management fee is related to the level of performance. And since the Takaful operator does not share in the underwriting result, the wakala model requires that it negotiates all expenses on behalf of participants to provide the lowest possible cost. All operational costs should be clearly reported to policyholders to guarantee the transparency of all operation and reduce elements of conflict of interest between parties of the wakala agreement. So for the governance, there are board directors and Sharia committees. So for the board of directors, for the first one is Mr. Martin, which is the chairman. Next is Mrs. Loh Guatlan, is the executive director. Then Encik Zulkifli bin Hashim is the non-executive director. The next is Yang Bahagi Datuk Nicholas John Lau alias Sharif Lau is also non-executive director. The other two non-executive director is Mr. Masayuki Takahashi and also Yang Bahagi Datuk Bakaruddin bin Ishaq. Next part, for the Sharia committee, Professor Dr. Amir Shahuddin are the chairman of this Takaful Sharia committee. Next, they are followed by 3 members, which is Prof. Dr. Engku Muhammad Tajuddin, Engku Ali, Dr. Ahmad Zakirullah, Dr. Shana Sulaiman, and lastly is Puan Zarina Muhammad Yusof.
Thank you, Ms. Lisa. Now I want to explain about Leong and Msig Takaful's product. We want to highlight 2 products and recommend to participants, which are HLM Takaful IXC Plus, which is for life Takaful, and HLM Takaful Critical Care, which is for medical card Takaful. Now let's have a look at HLM Takaful IXC Plus. As you can see here, this is one of the benefits when you choose this product. Participants can choose any of these plans when it related to coma, accidental death or TPD, accidental death during first Hajj, and accidental death within leisure during or during non-festive seasons. You may refer to this slide for the price. Next, when you don't make any claims during coverage periods, you can enjoy 100% contribution refund. Furthermore, participants can easily apply this plan with no medical checkup required. Thus, by choosing this HLM Takaful IXC Plus, participants can select contribution in 10 years or 20 years within annual contribution. By contributing to this plan, participants might enjoy added daily service, which are Hajj by proxy, for who are unable to perform Hajj as low as 3,500 ringgit. Kurban as for about 750 ringgit, and welcome for 500 ringgit. And for our medical card Takaful, which is HLM Takaful Critical Care, why we recommend this product? We recommend this product because it is offer low contribution as 12.83 per month. This plan can be renewed without any hassle for another 10 years of coverage up to 2 times.
And then it also can cover critical 5 main illness with a lump sum benefit of 500,000 ringgit. These 5 main critical illness including heart attack, kidney failure, stroke, cancer, and coronary artery bypass surgery. And participants able to apply application for this plan without having any medical examination. And for our medical card Takaful, which is HLM Takaful Critical Care, why we recommend this product? We recommend this product because it is offer low contribution as 12 ringgit 83 cents per month. This plan can be renewed without any hassle for another 10 years of coverage up to 2 times. And then it also can cover critical 5 main illness with a lump sum benefit of 500,000 ringgit. These 5 main critical illness including heart attack, kidney failure, stroke, cancer, and coronary artery bypass surgery. And participants able to apply application for this plan without having any medical examination. Who is the competitor for HLM Takaful Critical Care? The competitor for our company is ZTMB PD Alpha from the Rich Takaful Malaysia Berhad. Besides, our product offers to cover 5 main critical illness with a lump sum 100,000 ringgit as a benefit. ZTMB Medi Alpha are offering annual coverage up to RM 3,500,000 per lifetime. For plan, iCritical Care offers low contribution for 12 ringgit and 80 cents, while Medi Alpha include 2 plans without lifetime limit. Basic sum covered for iCritical Care, as I mentioned twice before, and Medi Alpha is RM 3,500,000 with no lifetime limit. For term and condition, our company states that the signs of symptoms of the covered disease are manifested prior to or within 60 days in respect of cancer, coronary artery bypass surgery, while our competitors say that they not cover certain disease that occur within the first 120 days of continuous protection. Next, for our medical product, which is IRC Plus, we want to make sure participants receive 100 of the total contributions paid when their certificate matches, provided no claims are made during the coverage period as a benefit. While our competitor, ZGTME Al-Shams, offer to TPD cover for 200,000 ringgit and additional 5% will be paid yearly as TPD recovery benefit. For plan, we offer 3 plans that related to TPD, while Takaful Al-Shams said that 122 ringgit and 40 cents as participant contribution. And then for basic sum insured, let's say Ali, who age 35 years, participates in Takaful IRC Plus Plan 1 with a contribution term of 20 years, and then on age 15 suddenly, on the first day of her Raya Fitri, Ali met with a road accident on his way back to his hometown and was diagnosed with a coma. His family can receive the coma benefits of RM 20,000 and does not required to pay any further contributions for the plan. Let's say in the scenario 1, unfortunately Ali passed away while he is still being in coma after 12 months due to the injuries from the severe accident. His family received the road accidental death benefit less the coma benefit, which is equivalent to RM 380,000. The certificate is then terminated. In scenario 2, after 1 year, Ali recovers from the coma. Sadly, he then passed away within 60 days from the recovery days of the coma, and it is due to injuries from the same road accident. His family received the road accidental death benefit less the coma benefit, which is equivalent to RM 380,000. The certificate is also then terminated. In scenario 3, after 1 year, Ali recovers from the coma. He is fully recovered and returned home after receiving the treatment at the hospital. Then the extent coverage is no longer applicable for after 2 years from the accident date and the certificate is terminated. So basic sum covered for Takaful Asham is RM 200,000 up to till 8. The exclusion of IAC Plus is TPD are not covered if caused directly or indirectly by self-inflicted injuries, war, revolution, riots, strikes, or terrorist activities. While Takaful Asham state that in the event of death of the person covered within 3, 6, 5 days from the dates of accident.
Thank you, Ms. Iman Badrisha. Now, I will highlight the Sharia concept that apply in HLM Takaful I AC Plus and also HLM Takaful I Critical Care. There are 5 Sharia concepts that have been implemented by Hong Leong MSIG Takaful. The first one is tabarruk, that can be known as donation. Tabarruk is a donation from the portion of the contribution that will be allocated to the participants' risk fund, which is PRF, and will be used for mutual aid and assistance among the fellow participants. The next one is iltizam bil tabarruk, which is the commitment to make the tabarruk. On top of that, Hong Leong MSIG Takaful also applied wakalah contract, which is an agent-principal relationship. Takaful operator will act as an agent on behalf of the participant to manage the participant's risk fund and participant's account. As a result, Takaful operator will earn wakalah fee for the services rendered. In addition, Hong Leong Takaful operator also applied Ju'ala concept, which is an agreement where the participant agrees to reward the Takaful operator for its achievement of good performance in managing the participant's risk fund that leads to the surplus of the fund. And last but not least is CORD, which means an interest-free loan provided by the Takaful operator in the event of the deficit in participants' risk fund. Now I will pass to Ms. Nisa Yasmin to proceed the presentation. Now I will continue this presentation by discussing the performance of Hong Leong MSIG Takaful for the past 3 years. All of this information stated is referred to the Hong Leong MSIG Annual Report 2021 and 2022. As you can see at the slide, in year 2020, the performance of the Takaful operator is high and the condition of the business is good and stable. The Takaful operator gained huge profit compared to other years, which is 12,941,000. For the year 2021, the performance of the Takaful operator is decreased due to the financial crisis such as COVID-19. However, the Takaful operator still can operate properly and gain profit, which is 7,449,000. For the year 2022, the performance of the Takaful operator is low and unstable. The Takaful operator bear losses, which is 3,926,000. Now I'll proceed to the differences between Takaful Act 1984 and IFSA 2013. By definition, Takaful Act 1984 is a scheme based on the solidarity and mutual assistance that provide mutual financial aid and assistance to the participant against financial loss or damage. For IFSA 2013, it defines Takaful as an agreement based on mutual assistance where the Takaful participants agree to contribute funds to provide mutual financial benefits payable for other Takaful participants or their beneficiaries on the occurrence of pre-agreed events. The objective of the Takaful Act 1984 is to govern the conduct of Takaful business and requires the registration of Takaful operator. Meanwhile, for IFSA 2030, the objective is to promote financial stability and compliance to Sharia and further strengthen the regulation of the Islamic financial institution. The date of enforcement for Takaful Act 1984 begin in 1 January 1985 and the date of the enforcement of IFSA 2030 begin in 30 June 2030. For the content in Takaful Act 1984, it consists 68 sections and divided into 4 parts, and for the content of IFSA 2030, it consists of 18 parts containing 291 sections and 16 schedules including no amendment. In terms of beneficiaries, in Takaful Act 1984, the Takaful benefits only for the his or her beneficiaries. Payment of motor financial aid to the participants in case of need, but still unclear. In IFSTA 2013, it includes the beneficiaries of Takaful participants as the recipient of the Takaful benefits upon mutual agreement in Takaful certificate and pre-agreed events. Next, in terms of minimum Takaful requirement, Takaful Act 1984 requires at least 100 million to start a Takaful business, and for IFSTA 2013, minimum capital requirement will be controlled by the regulators. It is allowed for Takaful operators to refer IFSTA 2013 to decide capital based on the nature and business complexity. And last but not least, in Takaful Act 1984, the details for payment of Takaful benefits not disclosed and is not compulsory to show. And for the Takaful operators, direct payment goes to the executor, then distribute to the participants according to the law. For the IFSTA 2013, manner of payment has been amended in Schedule 10 of IFSTA 10. Takaful operators need to disclose the payment to the participant in nomination form. Now I will pass to Ms. Iman Patricia to proceed for the conclusion.
In conclusion, our company Leong and Msig Takaful have many benefits for all participants who want to seek for the best Takaful operator for themselves. We provide many products and we choose the best one for you. Since our company is Sharia compliant, all Muslims can enjoy the donation among participants and take care of each other. Leong and Msig will make sure that participants will enjoy both dunya and hereafter benefits.